Good morning. Is there anybody there? Hi, Des. Just turn the headphones up a bit. Ah, it's better. I can hear now. How's it going? So I'm multi-streaming. I'm on YouTube and this as well, of course, just to make sure everybody's coming over whilst I've got the chance before I become affiliate. Oh, there's Sean. Hi, Sean. Hi, Z. Excellent. Very good. No, I'm on Twitch. Yeah, do you want to come over onto Twitch? I just thought I'd go on YouTube just to make sure people are coming over to Twitch. Hi there, Graham. Excellent. Right. So what we're doing sort of this week is we've got. So I've got. I'm doing Friday night live performancey kind of thing like I did on Saturday. Yeah, there must be a delay. So what I want to do is I want to quickly get music ready for that, which is great because it means I'm finishing music really quickly. And one of the things that like helps you finish stuff is to have like a purpose for it, a function. And here I have a function. So one of the things that I used to do that I'm doing now that I think you'll find interesting is this avalanche momentum technique, right? Which I'm kind of doing. So yesterday, decided to start a track on synths on the other template, and I just kept going with it, didn't I? And we had the outline of something, which I have. So with the momentum routine, what you tend to do is you would normally back then you would do three. You would write three ideas that you were going to work on the track the next session. So do your session. You've got a track. You listen to it like straight away, and then you write three things you're going to do for your next session, and you do your next session. The trick is you do the first idea, okay, and then lots of ideas come into your head, and then basically you do all of those ideas. But if something doesn't work, you don't sit there trying to make it work. You just go to the next idea. And when the actual insightful ideas dry up, you just go to the second thing on your list and you do that. And then you kind of basically do all the ideas that come to mind. And then you move to the third one when they dry up, and that's how you do it. And then that's the end of your session, And I'd usually get like about an hour and a half of flow out of that. So that's pretty much what I've done, except I've done a much more extensive list. I've just put everything in to make sure I don't forget about things. So these are all the jobs you could possibly do, like in the additive, I suppose, in the additive process. I'm very careful about things like the moving, removing, and improving sort of thing. So it's all stuff to do with the music and very little to do with the mixing. Okay, so it's all about getting parts in there and developing the music first, really, and a few little bits of housekeeping. So that's like the first thing, but we'll have a look at the machine. The second thing is then I have an abundance of material in draft, done, and in release. Okay, so there's over like an album's worth of material. I mean, well, of guitar stuff that I need to release as well. There's like that as well, and there's more. There's like an EP in a bit. There's about 8 tracks of recorded guitar stuff that needs to get released, and then there's some stuff where it's all just like ready for something like this, actually, for the stream. So I thought it would be a great idea to get all of this music ready for the Fridays, yeah. But obviously I still want to go back to the live looping as well, and the splurging. It's like I'm having a lot of fun with that as well. So it's absolute vortex of stuff going on at the minute. It's brilliant. Like everything feels like it's firing on all cylinders. And then there's the playing side as well. So, I mean, actually, I must say, just, you know, since coming on, I know it's just like there's not much difference really. You know, when I'm on here, it doesn't look any different from YouTube, apart from the icons that you guys have are different. But I'm extremely fired up for the Twitch thing. I think it might just be the little kind of competitive level game aspect of it I'm responding to, you know, because I want to get to this affiliate thing. But also, I mean, it's not just like the finishing and then the writing of stuff and the live looping of things. It's also the playing as well. So there's lots kind of happening in what I'm working on the technique. So I've gone back to a lot of hammers only as well. Obviously, I'm not going to forget about economy picking, but there's been obviously from the end of November till now a massive focus on economy picking. So now I'm back to just working on legato and improving my oh yeah. This is a sharp, not a hashtag. There you go. So yeah, I got like this was from a Secret Santa at work. So it's very good. It's the kind of laughs we have. What was I saying? This is a sharp, not a hashtag, right? No. So yes, so then obviously, you know, you're doing, you know, I'm doing those live performances, which is great. So I've got another opportunity to do wins, problems, and opportunities in a live kind of context. So playing there, there was lots of like interesting stuff happening. So I did my wins, problems, and opportunities after that live session on the Saturday. And one of them was like I was wanting to bring in more like legato, because like that's kind of like playing to the crowd, you know, you should do what you want. But then, you know, I was thinking, yeah, I need to just kind of, I am focusing loads on that economy picking thing, and I do want a bit more of that kind of glidey feel in my playing, which I get from the legato. So that was one thing I want. And then also I just want to be able to have more of a transition between the two things, mix them up a little bit, break it up, just so it's not like all the time picking on stop, now hammer on, now pick. Like I need it like integrated a little bit more faded. So I'm looking into that. And then the other thing was when I get into the rock tracks, that provokes me into like alternate Paul Gilbert picking for certain things. And that was quite interesting because some of those tracks were really quick, and actually like well, it was more than a feeling. When I was playing, I could feel me going like completely out of synchronization. I felt like the left hand couldn't keep up. Sorry, right hand couldn't keep up, and it felt like really weird alternate picking on the lower strings. And I know what that is. It's because because of doing like economy picking all the time. When I go down to the lower strings, it's like I'm just not used to like starting with like an up slant on the pick and going up the strings, which you need every other string to do certain sequences. If you're going to do a Paul Gilbert sequence, then you got to have an up slant on your pick when you start it if it's on a down. So it's kind of ascending with that motion. So interesting stuff like that. So I'll have to work on that a little bit. So I mean, all I'm going to do is a micro practice exercise where I'm just playing stuff with an up slant on the lower two strings. You see, it's so nerdy, this channel, isn't it? This is what you want to hear. And time begins, yes, and time will begin for me to do all of this guitar practice to solve all the problems. So hello, and time begins. You just walked into me reviewing my session, so I can't remember if you've been on any of these morning well, it's morning for me, I don't know where you are, but over here in the UK it's 5:30, and in the morning is when I do my heavy lift on my creative sessions. So today what we're going to do is we're going to slam through just making some music really and finishing music. That's what we're doing this week every morning, except for Friday evening, where I'll just be like shredding. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. Well, it's great to have you on here. So hi Philip, how are you doing? Philip, do you want to come over onto Twitch, because I'm not I'm moving, I'm doing all my streaming on Twitch at the minute. So it'd be great if you could come over onto Twitch, and if you could follow me, that would be like really amazing. But if not, you know, you can just hang on YouTube. But at some point I'm about to become like, Sunday will be the last day that I need to stream on, and then I'll have completed affiliate status and I won't be able to stream on both platforms. And then I'll just be streaming on Twitch for a bit. But it would be great to have you over here on the Twitch journey that I'm on. It's got me all fired up. It's lit a fire under my bum. So yeah, what was I talking about? All right, great. So you've seen, you know what it's about. So that's good. But Friday we'll be doing some shredding. For now, we're getting tracks ready. And I suppose the thing would be to do is, I mean, at some point, with the tracks as I'm putting them into the set for the Friday shows, is to do something with either some of them hold back. So it's that 90s DJ thing. You know, you could only see the DJ who had this certain, you know, if you wanted to hear a certain track, it would be this particular DJ who would have it, and you had to go to their gig. Twitch channel, oh yes, sorry. Okay, I need to sort my branding out. Oh god, right, who would have thought I would say something like that? Right, okay. That's it. Thuck. So then you can find me there. But yeah, I'll be sorting out the alerts and things like that on this channel. I've done one where like a funny dinosaur comes up and like nods and stuff if you do something. I can't remember, like Thomas was telling me what to do. He's like, oh, you got to have alerts. So I'll be having alerts and but you see, if it was my way, what I would have is I'd have my own streaming channel, which would be like lower stimulus. So it would be black and white. There'd be no alerts. There'd be no nothing. There would just be the music and the person. That would be it. And everything completely focused on the creative activity. Well, that might be just, you know, but then I don't have a television. Just if you just go on to Twitch and then just do a search for T Hutch UK, Philip, that'll get you there. Sorry about this. Twitch channel, yeah. So if you go to Twitch, if you just type into the search Twitch and then you go to Twitch, and then you can just search me, and to search me it'll be T Hutch UK. That's kind of how. Or if somebody can just pop a link into the chat, that would be good. Okay. In the meantime, let's have a look at what we're doing here, right? So here's what we were working on, and let's have a look in the machine, because there's a couple of things actually going on here. Because I'm doing the avalanche technique, but I have identified that it's sort of, this particular track is actually sitting in the draft section, right? Now, 2 seconds. I need a bit of paper and a pen, right? Okay. So here we have, we're on the machine, and we are looking at Friday Night was the track. But actually, just to show you the extent of the damage here. So so we've got Friday that needs doing, and we need I Want You, which are high priority tracks in a way, because they're up tempo. We need some up tempo synth wave. Aha! Hi Philip, excellent. So those are so Friday Night, I Want You, and then we've got to get kind of Faded Days, Distant, Huge Sight. I'm tempted to put Blackout, but it's singing, so I'll be with Blackout. I'll just be like sitting there, like listening to the missus sing. So we could do Blackout, because actually I'd just quickly do the songs, but certainly like those 3 need doing, and these 4 need doing. So that's 7, 8. That's 9 tracks. So that's 9 sort of new tracks to do. So almost an album's worth. And I just love the idea of when we've been talking about, you know, the old days of being in the band and the tape recorder and your band and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of just doing that, but like my bit, where I just bring these tracks on and then I play the guitars over them, and then I just work out what went well, what didn't, and then at some point whatever's popular gets finished, either as a McLaughlin and Hutch track or as a Hutch one. So there we go. But the possibilities of sort of like this streaming sort of thing, by doing something once a week which is more performance based. Oh, look at that. I was getting anxious there because I thought the dinosaur wasn't going to disappear. I thought I was going to do like, God, could you imagine? It's funny. But yes, thanks Philip for the follow. That's brilliant. So yes, we've got a lot of material to do there. So the only way to actually get through this is to be organised in some sort of way. So there are 2 things we're going to do. The first thing is we're going to listen to the track, because I've identified that I'm probably going to be in draft, right? What we need to look at is we need to look at the tension and release of the music, right? So I've got a bit of paper. So it's technical stuff, this. So I've got a bit of paper, and I'm going to listen to this track. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to map out the tension and release. And the way to do this is, so you'll just draw a line, And as the track gets more tension, the line goes up, and as it decreases, it goes down. And that's how we do it for the whole track. And then that's going to build up. This is my direct listening exercise. Okay, that's the other thing that's very important, because we're direct listening. What's direct listening? Well, direct listening is something that gets you focused on listening to the music, right? And I love this because it's amazing how many people are confused with their listening, right? And I was confused many years, right? Now, so direct listening is about completely focusing in on the music and listening to it in a non-judgmental way. In other words, it's like meditation, right? When you're listening to your own music, it's very difficult not to listen to the editor. So if you can imagine us as musicians, there are two sort of parts to this. We're not like two different people, right? But we have the critical voice that'll start commenting on the music as it plays, right? Now, what we've got to be very, very mindful. Oh, sorry, I'm wagging my pen about. Sorry about this. What we've got to be very mindful of, right, is that we don't get on board with all of that, like thinking that commentary that's happening, because when you get lost in those thoughts, right, and you luxuriate in the critical thinking of the editor, you're not actually listening to the music. Okay, we need to be listening to the music and then coming up with what we're actually going to do. Okay. Having said that, I've got another really good direct listening exercise, right, where I do actually allow people to write the thoughts down in a free write whilst the music's playing, and then do the list, which is really good because it's like a big brain dump, and I find that really beneficial. And that's like now my new favourite direct listening. But as we're in draft, we're going to do this tension release one. All right, so here we go. Okay, and now we've done it. Right. So that's the map. So I've got that. So that was part of the direct listen. That was great because it kept me completely engaged with that whole track. And the interesting thing about tension release, obviously these are very kind of square blocky lines, right? But actually, even when you haven't got anything particularly transitional, it doesn't actually physically kind of work like that. So actually down here, what I started doing direct listening is I became more aware of observing what was happening in my body sensations. So this is a great thing to do when you're listening to music, okay? And a really fun thing is to actually just observe the feeling in your body, the tension and release in your body, and it's something I'll do when I'm playing solos. And I find it really fun thing to do is to play with the tension and release when I'm building tension, feel it building in my body when I'm playing, and then releasing it. But just observing that physical feeling. So actually, when that happens, even when there isn't a fill or anything like that, the tension release doesn't suddenly drop off. It's actually it kind of lasts for a little bit. So this would actually be more a kind of like that curve. Just there you go. An interesting point, I thought. So I've got that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at so it's all about preparation. So here are the list of stuff. So what I did is I just thought, right, just write down as much stuff as you think you need doing, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to identify now what are the priority jobs. So we need to flip to here. So we're back in the machine, and the great thing about this is I just go to the card, open the card, and then speed list I've called it, and I just want to put actually that we've identified this as a drafting session as well. Okay, so and then I'm just going through for things that are quite like easy to do that are going to be quick. So we've got this. The 808 crashes and main crash. And actually, what you can start doing is giving yourself like a timing. So I can give myself 2 minutes for that. And then one shot sonic signpost, that could have 2 minutes. Probably won't because I'll have to actually go and find the thing. Reverse fox, that could have 2 minutes. Develop 2-note lead. I'd give myself 3. Proximity notes, 3 minutes. Wide tape base because I know where it's gonna go. 3 minutes. Big claps. I'm gonna find thing. 2 minutes. Neo soul chords. That's kind of like a section, isn't it? Right, there'll probably be some messing about. So let's just say 7 minutes. So it's amazing what you can do in a half an hour session, isn't it? Sustained bass. 3 minutes. Mono the. What was that? Mono kick. Mono kick like 5 seconds. Right. Now there's something I'm probably not going to do straight away. But that's setting a reverb up and other things. So I'm just going to give myself 4 minutes for that because there's so many different ways I can do that. Vocal hook on ARP section. 5 minutes. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. And stick that up there as well. Probably have to set that up 5 minutes. The string needs more attack. 1 minute. So, and then what you can do is you can just look for things that you know, that are going to have the most impact. So that one, that are easy. White tape, that's going to be one that I want to try out. Reverse Vox is another one. Oops. Okay. Right. And let's just go through this stuff. And here we go. So I'm just going to time 10 minutes and see how much of this stuff I can actually get done. Right. So job 1, cake. Let's have a look at that. I quite like the sturdiness on the top end of this, so I should have put 2 minutes for this, shouldn't I? So what I might do is we're gonna flip this into the mid side. Sorry, side. And it kicks in. Right, that feels a bit better. Okay, job 1 done. Job 2. So I just tend to go through the list what I just feel like doing, basically. And on this one, I'm going to have high string. Which, if you haven't got it, is a house string sample that I've used for years. It's on like so many other tracks, but it's actually in the McLaughlin Hutch sample pack. There you go. Product plug. It's tuned to C. Let's see how it fits. So, what are we in? The root is on the bass A minor. This is a third. So I'm tempted to just drop the string down 1 semitone, and then that makes that third now a 9th. Which gives us a little bit more tension. Let's see how we'll last with that. And I think these, and a lot of like what I'm doing, right, is you're just guessing. It's just guesses. Like stick this in, wherever. Whenever I want to anticipate some sort of change or something, we can go in. So that's a high string. Crashes. So while we're in here, we have my favorite crash of all time. Again, this is like, so reusing the same samples, there are certain key samples that I use, and this is what I call sonic signposts. So when you're thinking about sonic signposts, there are two things going on here. Sonic signposts for the genre that you're doing. So what specific things happens all the time in the genre that you're producing. So you identify with that. And then the other thing about the sonic signpost is you're looking at what you could add. What are your sonic signposts? So those are the two things. And this is like a great way just to build a little bit of, towards uniqueness in your music. Yeah, so I can only fantasize imagining like this music played in a massive club, right? And like, people are having the drinks at the bar and then they suddenly hear that 808 crash come in. And they're like, oh my god, it's a McLaughlin and Hutch track, and then absolutely pile to the dance floor like there's a stampede. That's what a sonic signpost's for, isn't it? And like all bands will have them. Okay, crash. Alright, here's the crash. So I've already got the channel set up with a bit of mid-side EQ, just taking away that kind of sort of sound. Smooth it out. Alright, the warp's off. And then we're just guessing. Guess all the way. Suppose it's going to come in here. And there. This section's a bit weird. I don't know why that's like that anyway. Thankfully on Ableton we can just select an area like that and then go delete time. Okay. And there we go. Now it's done. Okay, need some more jobs to do. Alright, let's have a look at the list. Go back to the list. Alright, we've done the crashes, done that. Where is it? We've done the high string. I can't find it. Maybe oh yeah, it's there. And then a mono to the kick. Okay, so some stuff done. I've done those. Right, wide tape pad, and then so there was another proximity 16th note thing. We could do that. Oh, and we got the big clap as well. Let's do some easy jobs. It's gonna build a bit of atmosphere here. All right. So big clap. We can just take. I think what I'll do this in audio. So the reason I'm going to do this is because I need to actually see the decay on the clap. And we can try this out in a few different places. full thing in like that. Sounds pretty good. All right. And then for a bit of housekeeping, we can hear things like this going on. Oh, we really don't need that hanging round, and it's loud as well. So we'll just. You don't necessarily need like an aggressive slope either. That one will do 12 dBs, musical and smooth. And I can just get it to touch that lower part of the clap as well, just to thin those upper mids. There's our first 10 minutes. So this should 2, 3 probably come in on the 4th beat. Alright. That's the big clap done. Alright, now there was some proximity stuff I like the look of. Let's tackle this one. Where did I say I would put this? On the drop. Okay, so proximity. What's that all about? So one of the things that's really good to work on is how you describe and explain music, right? And the reason that you want to be doing this is I'll just put another 10 minutes on. The reason you want to be doing this is the more you can explain something, describe and explain something, the more awareness you build. So you build your awareness of your music or your practice or whatever it is that you're doing. You just through description, through observation, and then by accurately explaining something, it gives you more of a chance to be able to then solve the problems. And in that explanation, one of the ways of actually explaining it, a good way of explaining it, is to actually explain it through Gestalt principles of psychology, believe it or not. And proximity is one of those things. So, and the reason that I've gone like down this route, right, of describing things using something to do with psychology, because it's human psychology, we all experience it, right? And what it means is it's really easy to explain to people, right, who don't have any theory knowledge. So with the coaching thing, a lot of it's designed for initially music producers who don't play an instrument, who don't have any theory, but bang loads of tunes out and want to progress. So, or they might be stuck, for that example, and they want to move on, but don't want to get bogged down with lots of like theory. So, doing this does kind of open up at times quite complex areas of theoretical knowledge that they can use within the music because it's easier to apply. So we need an SH101. That's what we need. I'll just get this one here. get that, drop that there. Alright. So technically I could just, we'll start with this preset. And then all we're going to do is get the bass. Actually, when I think about it, I could just use that ARP. Yeah. And then more attack. That sort of thing's going to be quite good. Adding noise through a filter is good. We'll just start with something like that. But we're only an octave, so we need to find some other notes. So just a quick way, so the notes quantize. I do know all the notes of A minor and C major, but if I lock it onto the actual key grid, I can just move things and then create a harmony. And there we've got parallel thirds. And it might be that we just mess about with those notes. Let's hear it in context of the track. And there we go, we've got some parallel action happening there on the second drop. You can even use something like that for tension across something like this. So in this case, what we could do is just get rid of all of that and then do this, but on the root. But I'll leave that there. And it's a cool one to Maybe bring it there. Right, okay. I mean, it could even be a different tension sound up, because it might sound better. Right. Okay. So a couple of things there. Right, and as I'm talking, I'm slowing down here. Let's try to go on. That's proximity. Reverse Fox. Let's get some more stuff. On more attack. So reverse string needs more attack. Right. So that's something that exists now. That's that, isn't it? Yeah. It was just jarring the groove of the track that a bit. So I wonder what's moving that filter. Is it this, do you think? No. Key tracking. Not sure how to do this one. Right, let's talk skyships. Let's go for that. Bit of portamento. Okay, that'll do. And let's cross that job off. done. Reversed vocals, right. That's another thing that we need. So, just so it's in time, I have to flip off. There we go. And flip it back. And I think for this we'll use, because I think this will be in a template update, so I'm going to give this its own shimmer. So shimmer. And after the EQ, and pitch mode single, reverb, big stereo. Try that. And in context. There we go. It's in. Coming together. Okay, another one was, I need to create another track. Just going for the higher impact stuff. Tape. Pad. Oh, that's the teenager getting woken. Right. I'll just check the chat. Right. Okay. Right. If anybody wants to ask me anything, feel free to ask me a question. We've got half an hour. What was it on? Or maybe it was on this. I think it was on this. Right. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you're writing these lists of stuff down, right? And it's all just guessing, the whole thing. All right, I'm putting the wrong section on. All right, sorry. Do that again. That's the sound I definitely want. Except all the basses now hate each other. So, I've got a solution for this. Oh, hi, Scott. Scott, I'm on Twitch now. Can you come over to Twitch? Can you find me on Twitch? So if you just have a look in the comments on YouTube, I just commented and put the name down. T Hutch UK. Or maybe you're on Twitch, I don't know. But if you're on Twitch and you if you can come over to Twitch and to follow. If you come and follow and you push the follow button, that'll be really great. Because a little animation of a dinosaur will appear on the screen as well. And that'll keep me engaged. I'll have to obviously change the dinosaur to something else. Right, so what we're doing is greenhouse onto here. That's good, isn't it? Very John Carpenter, that sound. I'll take a little bit of that sub energy off. And that's just kind of get the width right with the mono bass. I think about that should do the job. Get the jobs up. Alright. And that was good. One shot sonic verse. That's done. Breakdown. That's an important one. So sonic signposts. I'll tell you what, put these up here. Those two. Maybe that. Right. Okay. So I need to have one more look. Right, yeah, of course. So yeah, that's what I want. So let's get rid of all of those. Right. And then we need to get this in tune. I'll just leave it how it is. think it just needs to come boom ding. Or again on the 4th beat. Decisions. Hi, Phone Tick DJ, how you doing? Producing some electronic music here. Good to see you on here. Do you produce any music by any chance? Right, what was that? That was one shot chord, 2 minute develop. All right. Onto the drone bass. Okay, so we need I mean, to be fair, the SH101 is the go-to for this. Right. I think we're going to need different progression here, but anyway, let's just set it up. hear little skippy bits in here. That's probably going to need its own channel. There we go. So I'll just lock it to key and sequentially move this. Right. And then right, so Okay. Coffee time. Hi, Carl. Yes, Scott. It's T, the T Hutch UK, T Hutch UK or Thutch for now. So hopefully you can get over here. Oh, sorry, not Scott. Who was I talking to? Sorry, Scott. You're helping out, or are you? Right, I'm lost. Just everybody, come to Twitch. If you're on YouTube, just head over to Twitch, and it's T Hutch UK. All right, Carl. Glad to have the guys back on Twitch because I know you'd be here too. Great. I haven't been able to talk to you in quite a while, but it's great to see you here, Carl. Hope everything's going well, and you're making lots of music and practicing loads of guitar and singing and all that. Oh, you got the McLaughlin plugin, didn't you? The Polychrome. How are you finding it? Excellent. It's great, isn't it? It's solved loads of my problems. Right, so let's just have a quick check on the list. And you get latency issues in standalone. Is it going through your when you're in standalone? You definitely got like the what you may call it selected, the thingy-me-jig, the doobry. What do you call it? The audio interface. Right, we're getting some energy going. Let's see where we're up to on the speed list. Right, so we've got tom fills to do, neo soul chords, and I don't think we're doing the neo soul chords, but we can definitely review things. And another short session on this tomorrow, I think. Only when it's in your door. Yeah, so what? Yeah, it sounds like that you need to get it working with your you need to get it working with your sound card or audio interface, and then you get the faster latency. But yes, Polychrome need to allow you to do that. Have you told them? Because then they'll fix it. Because they're really good like that. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Anybody? I'm back. It's the headshot. Oh god, is it not the best of hair days, but it's not bad. So there we go. That's the session done, and I think I've pressed save, and then it's like taking my head off. Right, okay, and we're back again. Yeah, so that felt good. Felt like I got lots of stuff done. and that is the momentum, the avalanche technique. Although I was keeping pretty much straight with the jobs. But the next bit will be interesting. So I kind of developed the track more, but we didn't do much on my amazing drawing here, which is the map of the tension and release. So tomorrow we will do another map, and then we're going to work on the actual one section going into the next section. And I think that's going to be very revealing for you music producers. As I can say, also, try and apply this to when you're jamming. Okay, it's not just like a music technology. Feel the tension and release sensations in your body when you're playing, and then releasing it with the music. It's a really fun thing to do. Cool. No, well, yes, that's fine, Carl. But do let them know. So what else was I going to say? Yeah, it's good, Twitch. I'm like really, yeah, I'm really enjoying it being here. I like the vibe. It's got me all motivated to do stuff. Yeah, it's really good. So anybody got any questions, anything about production-y kind of stuff, synths I'm using, techniques you might have seen me use, writing lists? Nobody's doing enough work on writing lists. Why? Because writing lists just isn't very sexy, is it? But I can assure you that it would be a massive help. But the best way to make your lists sexy is to make them as concrete binary as possible. So when you're writing these lists, oh God, they're blocking it. Ticking them off, yeah. But it's the what you put on the list that's important. So I know, like, sort of when we're in the throes of creativity, we want everything to be a bit woo like that and open-ended, but it doesn't have to be like that. We need to make things as concrete as possible, which is what you're seeing in my list. So, for example, proximity on 16th note progression, right? So I know, I knew that I was going to do that exact thing. I could have even put SH101 sound. One-shot sonic signpost. First string needs more attack. Add crashes 808 and main crash. So I even got the actual sounds I'm going to use. And I just know, actually, I could have put, like, at the beginning of each section, and then 808 crashes at the breakdowns, but I just know that bit because I've been doing this for such a long time. High string drama, so I know the string I was going to use in the breakdown, so I got a location there. Reverse vocal into breakdown. That's meant to be sus bass, not cis bass, as in sustained bass, because I'm on such a time limit. I can't even, like, write the full word sustain. I'm that busy. So sustained bass on existing breakdown. So I must have a plan to do another breakdown at some point. And then, as you've seen, I've even got, like, little minutes marking, but I decided to do 10-minute chunks. So that's the kind of list sort of thing. But remember, right, it's not killing creativity, this, because the list isn't, it's not meant to put you in a straitjacket. What it's meant to do is also it can provoke other creative thoughts which you can try out. But if you don't have a list, I think the danger is a lot of the times when I haven't had a list and I just go into a session, I just start hammering away at something and then completely lose perspective of the actual track. Which is why when I write these lists, it's outside of the studio. So I'm not, when I'm writing this list, I'm listening to it in the car a couple of times and then remembering what needs doing and then putting that list together. So, we're nearly to the end. And I was just thinking, right? So tomorrow we'll be doing the tension and release. I will be doing a free write on one of my pieces of music. Now, it might be when I do this exercise, I think some of you are going to find it really beneficial. And it'll be a great experiment because I'll be interested to see what happens. So if anybody, and I don't know, Des, have you got any music in process at the minute? Or anything that's near, that's sort of done, that's got all the bits and you're up to the mixing phase? Or have you got something that like is done but has got maybe something missing? I don't know if you've got something like that. But if you've got any track that's sort of at that process, maybe on Thursday. Not that close, right? Okay. Well, if anybody's got anything that close, then you could do this exercise because it's a new one, and I've found it like really good. It's kind of like what you wouldn't do, but you do it, and it's like a brain dump. It's quite interesting. So there'll be a new direct listening free write exercise. And then I was also thinking about just now this second, because it's the Twitch channel and, you know, I'm just experimenting with lots of different ideas. So there's like stuff I'll do in the holidays, like kind of no talking and just mixing sort of thing. So if you've got something you're working on and you want to sit in mixing, music production, library silence, with no distractions, you could just switch on to me and then we can work together. The other thing I would like to do is to do maybe a free write and a discussion session. So I don't know, and it would obviously be music related, but I just think like free writing is such a game changer. Detective V Dog is now following me. That's amazing. Look at that dinosaur. I'll have to change it. Maybe my head spins round or something with the hair or something, yeah. We'll do some hair thing. The hair, maybe the hair flaps and engulfs the whole screen. I don't know. Well, I'll commission Thomas to do something. A shampoo bottle. Yeah, but whose shampoo bottle? My secret shampoo bottle with my head on it. Spills and pours out. Oh dear. That's what we need. We need the shampoo. Shampoo and thermos flask. Oh, you can do merch on here. So I could have like a thermos flask cup and Hutch shampoo and conditioner. Excellent. But I don't know if it would be too safe to do the you know. Right. Okay. So tomorrow morning we're going to be doing a bit more of this track, and then I think we should do a little bit of. Let me think. What I would like to do is I would like to test out a little bit of AI, but there'll be a massive latency on this mic when I'm talking, and I'd have to do it and then take it off. I could do that maybe. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go. It's been a blast, and I've just realised, right, that I have to stream like 7 times on 7 different days, right, which means I'm going to have to do a Sunday stream. Now. Oh, did I do a Wednesday stream? Can anybody tell me? Did I do a Wednesday stream last week? I can't remember. What days have I streamed? So I've done Monday. I started on Tuesday. I must have done a Wednesday. No. Did I? Right. We've done Thursday. We've done Friday. Done Saturday. So I've got Sunday. This is ridiculous, isn't it? So I've got Sunday. I was hoping to be like sorted for Friday, but it's Sunday. I should have done. Well, that's going to be interesting because I need this sorting. So I've got like a session with me and Thomas are going to be live this Saturday on Twitch. So on Sunday, I'm going to have to go live, and it's probably going to be a Sunday morning. Oh, God. And it'll be early, and I'll not have had much sleep. Right, well, I'll just do it anyway. It should be a laugh, isn't it? Yeah, the after party. I could just come home and just do it straight after the McLaughlin Hutch session, couldn't I? For 2 hours. For an hour. I think I only have to flick on, you know. All right, yeah, so it's not going to be Sunday night because I'm coaching. I have to do something on Sunday. Scott, are you coming over to Twitch? It is, but once the demand's off, right, then I can just like not, because I just need to get to affiliate, then I can monetize it. That's the thing, right? Then we can have the subscription thing. But what I am going to do, right, because this is important. Right, great. So yeah, so the plan is it'll go to subscription, so you won't have access to what I'm doing now, right? Okay. So that's the only thing. So people will have to subscribe, then they'll get access to it. However, when I do a decent rant or like one of my lectures, I will probably I'll put that over to YouTube. But I do want people to sign up. I don't want to give everything away for free, although I'm tempted. I'd just have it. You know. But I would appreciate the support would be amazing. But I'm going to have to go. But like all the good stuff, I'm going to make free. Like all the important stuff that's like, you know, that I think is going to move people forward. Then I'm going to make free. But stuff where I'm going on about like gear and equipment, I don't know. I mean, I've got advertising up there. I'm trying to go corporate. All right, guys. So great having everybody on here. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. All right then. Bye.